What is the current council doing right? What is it doing wrong? And how would you like to change that if elected?
I see the current council doing a lot of things right, and actually improving more on the right than we have in a long time. I really appreciate that the council has some long-term plans that since I became a candidate I have looked into, and one of those is the Tahoe Y plan. One plan that came to fruition was the Harrison Avenue plan, which the Tribune looks great, and another one is the 5-year recreational plan, and we're also seeing them really look at strategic planning on a long-term basis. We have needed that in our city for quite a while, and so I was impressed. I think I came into it not realizing that they really have done some very, very serious planning for the future. What has the city council done wrong? I think they have waited a very long time to address the unfunded liability that they have to their retirees. As a school board member for 17 years, about a decade ago, we could see that healthcare costs were just skyrocketing, and that we wouldn't be able to sustain this for our school district, which is publicly funded as well. And we were able to negotiate at that time with our employees. And so whether as far as wrong, it's never intentional, but boy, I wish we'd had some hindsight to see that we were really getting into a very serious situation with the city before we are today. I also was disappointed that we did not continue on with our bag ban. It was a decision that had been made. I think it's important for city councils and city management and the city itself to, once you've gone through the process, once you have made a decision, once that is part of your forward thinking, to not back out of that. I don't think it makes you look like a strong city council. I think you follow through as one city council on what you're doing for the future of your city. So just a couple things. Overall, I'm impressed with the direction they're going now.
What state do you believe the city of South Lake Tahoe is in now as a whole, and how do you think outsiders perceive the city? How would your presence on the council impact this?
The state that I believe I see the city council in now is it's very exciting. I feel like we're on the edge of a cliff, and we can go two directions. We can soar off that cliff and really recreate our town and continue to just see this forward progress that is making a big difference in our city. Or we can start falling down that cliff if we don't make the changes that we need to make. We have a great opportunity right now. There's some momentum. We have come out of some very difficult times. We've come out of a population that changed drastically about 2006 when the .com population came in and bought a lot of our homes, and our middle class moved out. We had significant declining enrollment in our schools. We saw our permanent population dip. We saw 70% of our homes go to second homeowners. And now we're seeing a resurgence of our residents really investing in our city. We're seeing young professionals come back to our city and our community that want to be a part of the future of South Lake Tahoe. And I think it has hit most of us square in the eyes that our city had really gone through tough times, been ignored, had some heavy regulations that were keeping us from updating, and now we are all working hard and more collaboratively than ever to have progress as a city for our residents, for our visitors, and for our city as an entity. How do I think outsiders perceive the city? I believe that for some, we will always be their go-to place, and that South Lake Tahoe to them is their forever vacation place. I do think that there's a segment from the Bay Area in particular that goes straight to North Shore and says, oh, South Lake Tahoe isn't a place we go. We go to the North Shore because it has this and it has that. In reality, our South Lake Tahoe shore has the best skiing available, the best hiking available, the best mountain bike riding available. Some of these things we have not let people know. I often have thought over the last 40 years, why do we keep so much of what we have to offer a secret from everyone? So I'm hoping the secret will get out and we will bring the just a greater amount of visitors and what we want to see. My presence will impact that because I believe in the future of our city, and I believe in recreation, education, and our environment, and all three of those things. I think together we can really promote our city in the future.